Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Port Charles was on fire this week. Catch up on all the General Hospital action from April 14th to 18th, filled with drama, intrigue, and unexpected twists. The week starts off with Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr telling Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Athrup, she would not recommend the spinal surgery. 2 people have been left paralyzed after it, 3 have had no change, and 2 more were healed. Kai says that he doesn't care because he believes that he will be the 3rd successful story. Meanwhile, Willow Conrantos was reeling after Carly Spencer's Laura Wright visit. She told Drew Kane Cameron Matheson that she had never been on the receiving end of her wrath before, and she feels like Carly never cared about her at all. This gave Drew the opening to convince Willow to sign custody papers. Alexis Davis Nancy Lee Grant made a firm decision, telling a clearly disappointed Diane Miller that Fern Cliff was not an option for Christina Conranthos Davis Kate Mancy. Alexis insisted on finding another way to help her daughter, stating she wouldn't be the one to break her. Moving on, Alexis met with Ava Jerome Maura West at her gallery. She laid out the payment schedule for her divorce settlement, 3 deposits culminating in full payment by July. Ava acknowledged the return of her money but swiftly made it clear she expected further compensation. Laura Collins Jeannie Francis gives a press conference with information on the location of the Esplanade. As she speaks, Councilman Ezra Boyle Daniel Cosgrove keeps interrupting in support of Drew. Laura continues on about giving the citizens the opportunity to vote on the location. Boyle points out that the piers in question are owned by Sonny Corinthos, the local mobster. He doesn't understand why Laura allows the hotbed of crime at those piers when they could instead be part of the Esplanade. Meanwhile, Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy brings Marco Rios Adrian Oncondo to meet Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard. She is greeted at the door by Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and after introducing Marco, Sonny asks him why he doesn't share his father's last name, Sidwell. Diane is in shock because she had no clue, and Marco admits that Sidwell is his father, and is asked to leave. At Alexis Davis's Nancy Lee Grant offices, she returns to find Marco Rios Adrian Oncondo already there with Lucas Jones Van Hansis. She tells him that she is surprised to see him there after recent developments. Lucas is confused, so Marco tells him that Jens Sidwell Carlo Rota is his father. Meanwhile, Lois Cerullo Rena Sofer is chatting with Giovanni, Gio, Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, at the party when Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, sits down with them. As they talk about Gio's background, Lulu is clearing noticing the similarities of the child that BLQ gave up a few decades ago. Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard also finally told Carly Spencer about needing open heart surgery. His procedure is a week away, and Carly insists that she is going with him. She asks who else knows, and he rattles off family members, then he says that Natalia Ramirez Eva LaRue knows. Meanwhile, Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, invited Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, to go with her to see the baby's sonogram. After it's over he asks if he can send a sonogram picture to Michael Corinthos Chad Jewell, and Sasha isn't sure that it's a good idea. She fears it would send the message that she wants him involved with the baby, hungry for more. Look no further. Celebrating the Soaps delivers the most comprehensive full recaps online. And if you're craving a sneak peek, our daily spoilers have you covered. Port Charles never rests, and neither do its secrets. This week, General Hospital delivered explosive revelations, quiet betrayals, and heart-pounding confrontations as old wounds reopened and new alliances formed in the shadows. From Jason Morgan pressing Sasha into a corner to Alexis Davis dropping a bombshell decision, here's what went down in a week that left fans stunned and begging for more. Monday, April 14th, Jason draws a line, Sonny smells trouble. The week began with Jason Morgan following his instincts, and they led him straight to Sasha Gilmore. Still troubled by the inconsistencies surrounding her sudden involvement in Selena Wu's business interests, Jason quietly tracked her movements. At Kelly's, Sasha was all smiles as she tried to enjoy a breakfast with Cody, but her eyes darted around, and she clutched her phone just a bit too tightly. Jason saw it all. Later, Jason caught her outside in an alley behind Charlie's, phone in hand, whispering something about the next drop. That was all he needed. He stepped out of the shadows and said just one word, why? Sasha froze, caught red-handed. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos was on edge. His mood swings were more pronounced than ever, and even Ava Jerome, who's grown used to his unpredictable nature, looked worried. Dante, now increasingly suspicious of his father's behavior, tried to discreetly run a toxicology screen on one of Sonny's coffee mugs. But his search was interrupted by an unexpected visitor, Christina, who's trying to play peacemaker but is rapidly losing control over the family powder keg. Tuesday, April 15th. Sasha's secret, Carly pushes back. Jason demanded answers. Sasha insisted she wasn't working for Selena Wu, but Jason wasn't buying it. She finally confessed. She's being blackmailed. After Sasha got caught up in a shady investment tied to Deception's old offshore accounts, someone found leverage. Her debts and rehab records were the perfect tools. The mystery blackmailer. She doesn't know, but she suspects it leads back to Selena, or even someone inside the PCPD. Jason promised her protection, but only if she came clean, fully. Sasha hesitated. She's tired of being a pawn, but something, or someone, is still holding her hostage. Over at Carly Spencer's house, Drew Kane made a surprise appearance, frustrated by the growing distance between them. Carly, still reeling from learning Jason lied to protect her from Sonny's spiraling mental health, pushed back hard. "You made decisions for me," she spat. "Just like Jason used to." Drew reminded her that Jason's back, but not the same. Carly knows it too. The connection's still there, but it's covered in cracks. Wednesday, April 16th. Alexis's offer, Trina's anguish. Alexis Davis made a move that shook the legal community, and Port Charles as a whole. After a tense conversation with Diane Miller, Alexis held a press conference at the Invader to announce she was accepting the governor's offer to join the State Ethics Commission. "I believe change begins from within," Alexis said, cool and confident. "And I'm ready to hold the legal system accountable, even if that means challenging old friends." Diane was stunned. This means Alexis will be overseeing and reviewing conduct of attorneys statewide, including some of her closest allies. It's a power move, but it's not without consequence. Immediately after the announcement, Gregory Chase, weak but supportive, told her, "You're walking into a war zone." She replied simply, "Then I better wear armor." Meanwhile, Trina Robinson broke down in tears after another failed attempt to contact Spencer. With every passing day, it's becoming harder for her to believe he's ever coming back. Portia, feeling helpless, reached out to Curtis, but even he couldn't get through to Trina. She's shutting down, and it's heartbreaking. Thursday, April 17th. Valentine's warning, Nina's regret. Valentine Cassadine returned to Port Charles with a warning, and a mission. He found Anna Devane in her WSB office, now under tighter scrutiny than ever. He dropped a dossier on her desk, evidence that a rogue faction within Pikeman is targeting Sonny, and using Sasha to get to him. Anna, still trying to recover from her break-in, had her doubts, but Valentine insisted. "This is bigger than Port Charles. If Jason's circling Sasha, it means they're close to uncovering it." Meanwhile, Nina Reeves faced her own reality check. After running into Willow at the hospital, she tried to make small talk, but was shut down cold. Later, in a vulnerable moment at Crimson, Nina looked at a photo of Wiley and whispered, "I did this to myself." It's the first time we've seen her regret so raw and unfiltered. But that was only the beginning. A mysterious envelope arrived for her, no return address. Inside, a single Polaroid photo of Sonny at the Metro Court, and a note, "You really don't know who you're sleeping next to." Friday, April 18th. Cornered, connected, and crumbling. Jason brought Sasha to Elizabeth Weber's house, neutral ground. There, they met with Sam McCall, who's been quietly working her own angle. Jason laid it all out. "We think Selena isn't working alone. We think someone in the system is helping her." Sasha finally admitted the full truth. She's been feeding false information to the PCPD's Organized Crime Task Force, under duress. The person pulling her strings. Detective Bennett, a quiet officer who always seemed to fly under the radar. Jason and Sam exchanged a look. They've suspected a mole for weeks. Meanwhile, Alexis faced blowback. Her decision was already making waves. The State Bar Association announced an internal review of several Port Charles attorneys. Martin Gray called her furious. "This is how you get revenge." With a gavel and a spotlight. Alexis didn't flinch. But in a private moment with Christina, she let the mask drop. "I don't know if I did the right thing. But I know I couldn't sit still any longer." Back at Sonny's penthouse, things took a dark turn. Ava found Sonny in the middle of the night, staring out the window, talking to someone who wasn't there. When she asked what he was doing, he whispered, "He's back. The man in the mirror. And he's not me." End of week wrap up. Tensions tighten, truths surface. This week on General Hospital, power shifted in subtle, and not so subtle, ways. Jason cornered Sasha, peeling back the layers of a much larger threat, while Alexis made a decision that could put her at odds with everyone she loves. As the walls close in on Sasha's blackmailer and Sunny's grip on reality continues to crumble, everyone in Port Charles feels the tremor. And with Alexis stepping into a role of immense power, her next move could redefine the legal and emotional landscape of the town. Coming up next week, Jason goes undercover, but who's watching him? Willow discovers a disturbing file on Nina's desk. Ava confides in Laura about Sunny's unraveling mind. Spencer resurfaces, but not in Port Charles. And someone from Sasha's past returns, with answers. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.